What's up, coaster fans? Welcome back to Grady's Coasters International. In this video, I will be doing part 1 of a 3-part series that I'm doing where I rank my top 15 roller coasters that I've ridden. Be sure to rank your top coasters in the comments below so I can see how yours differ from mine. Now let's get into the video. Number 15, Flight of Fear at Kings Island. Flight of Fear is a Premier Rides launch coaster. It was one of the first launch coaster to use LIMs in its launch. One of the coolest things about this ride is its theming. It has an alienated sci-fi theme, and it adds a really cool touch to the ride. One of the downsides of this ride is that it is pretty rough at times, so I think number 15 is a great spot to put this coaster. Number 14, Superman Ultimate Flight at Six Flags Over Georgia. Superman Ultimate Flight is a B&M flying coaster, and it's one of the most intense rides I've ever been on. The pretzel loop is one of the most insane elements I've ever seen on a roller coaster. I gray out on it sometimes. I also love its use of terrain and the way it uses its rocks and trees in its surroundings to maneuver around the track. All in all, it is a great ride and a great addition to Six Flags Over Georgia's lineup. Number 13, Daredevil Dive at Six Flags Over Georgia. Daredevil Dive is a Gerstlauer Eurofighter, and it is one of the smoothest and one of the quietest roller coasters I've ever ridden. One of my favorite things about this roller coaster is its sustained moment of hang time at the final inversion. That can give some pretty weird feelings. One drawback of this roller coaster is that the mid-course brake run can hit pretty hard sometimes, so I think number 13 is a great spot for this roller coaster. Number 12, Raptor at Cedar Point. This B&M invert coaster is one of the better inverts that I've ridden. I love the green color and how perfectly the elements are placed in the layout. The intensity really adds a good factor to this roller coaster. It's also pretty smooth, but the helixes can give some pretty bad head banging at times, and the brake run can really rattle your head. All in all, this B&M invert coaster is one of the better roller coasters that I've ridden, and number 12 is a great spot for it. Number 11, Banshee at Kings Island. Banshee is my favorite inverted coaster that I've ridden. I love how tall, how fast, and how smooth this roller coaster is. Most inverted coasters have a pre-drop section at the end of their lift hill, but Banshee takes that out. It's a very cool surprise when you're at the back of the train. One of my least favorite things about this ride is that the inversions are very drawn out, so it's more of a graceful invert than an action-packed, intense invert. That is why I would put it at number 11. It's still a good ride, but I think there's some better coasters out there. That's all for this video. If you've made it this far, use the roller coaster emoji in your comment, and I will pin the longest comment. This is just part 1 of a 3-part series, so be sure that you subscribe and turn that notification bell on so you know when I do part 2 and 3. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Grady's Coasters International.